If you are coming into school, whether you are part of our emergency provision or you are in year 10 or 12, we want you to remain safe. From all the information posted on social media, television, radio and newspapers, you will be aware of the importance of personal hygiene, particularly washing your hands, and social distancing. These are important principles to follow in school as they are in the wider community. The likelihood of you already coming into contact with coronavirus is still very small, and if progress continues, this will decrease rapidly. However, if you have symptoms of coronavirus, you must not come into school. Your parents will be aware of how and where you can be tested. You then need to follow the advice given to you and your parents. These are difficult times for us all, and I know many of you have worked very hard with remote learning. The surveys many of you have completed tell us you are missing your friends and school, and I know my colleagues are missing the daily interactions. During this short presentation, I'm going to highlight to you some of the measures we are taking in school where both you and your teachers have a responsibility to ensure we are all kept as safe as possible. I sincerely hope this is the beginning of the steps towards the school reopening. These measures apply whether you're part of our emergency provision restarting on the 1st of June, special provision for some of our Year 12 students, or in Year 10 and Year 12 coming into school from the 15th of June. Your responsibility starts at home before you leave the house. You must make sure you have all your school equipment. This includes pens, papers, and any books you require. It will not be possible for your teachers or friends to lend you equipment. If you have a small bottle of sanitizer, this can be used in school. If you require a packed lunch, please ensure you have enough food and sufficient water for the day. You are not permitted to share food with others. Before you leave home, you're expected to wash your hands. At this time, your travel arrangements to and from school may have changed. You need to ensure you are familiar with these and observe social distancing, be that on public transport, or by foot, or cycling. Under the current guidance, you're advised not to travel in a car with people outside your own family. In summary, it's important you prepare for school. Ensure you have the correct equipment, a packed lunch if required, including enough drink for the day. Wash your hands when you leave home. Familiarise yourself with the travel arrangements. Maintain social distancing rules. And above all, if you have symptoms, do not come into school. Once you arrive at school, there will be signs or a member of staff directing you to an area on the site. This could be somewhere outside or a classroom. Once you're directed indoors, you need to go and wash your hands. So that students are distributed across the site, the toilet facilities in Newman, Thomas More Block and JP will be open. Students will be expected to use the facilities that they are directed to. After you've finished, it is important that you leave the sinks tidy. Each classroom has been arranged so that social distancing can be maintained. Desks and chairs have been removed. No room will have more than 15 students, and most classrooms will contain 8 students. In computer rooms, chairs have been upturned or workstations removed. It is important that you sit in the seat assigned to you. Similar to normal lessons, you will not be permitted to leave your seat. If you require individual help from a teacher, then similar to normal lessons, put up your hand and they will come and help you, but social distancing will remain. Where practical sessions are possible, for example in PE, technology and music, arrangements are being made to ensure social distancing is maintained, and equipment that is touched is then cleaned. Students that are on site for the whole day will largely remain in their class groups. Each class group will have a separate break and lunchtime and be directed to certain areas of the school site. This procedure must be followed. In the unlikely event that a student or member of staff contracts the virus, it is then possible to trace who they've been in contact with. After break times and lunch times, students will then be expected to wash their hands before returning to a classroom. So, in summary, follow the signage or direction of staff, go to rooms where directed, stay within directed areas at lunch and break times, Wash your hands when returning to buildings. Remain socially distanced when outside. At the end of the day, you will be expected to clear your desk or work area. Any unwanted paper or other materials that you have used must be disposed of. The cleaning and site team will then undertake a thorough clean of the classrooms you have used. Please ensure you tell your teacher if you have any concerns. You will be released at the end of the day with enough time to say the final prayer and then go and wash your hands. It is important that you then leave site. Do not wait around for your friends. If you are being collected on site, your parents and carers need to remain in their cars. Personal hygiene is at the centre of the defence against the virus, which is why we are focusing on hand washing and social distancing. It is important that uniform is washed regularly. The most difficult item to clean is the blazer. For this reason, for the remainder of this term, the blazer will not be required. So in summary, clear up at the end of the day, wash your hands before you leave site without meeting other students, keep your personal belongings, including your uniform, clean. I appreciate that this is a tough ask for all students in the school, but these measures are being taken to ensure the health and safety of those on site over the next 7 weeks. I hope in time, as the virus recedes from the wider community, it will be possible to scale back on these measures, as that is what we all want, so some form of normality can resume. I'd like to thank all students, parents and staff for their cooperation at this difficult time.